All right. So, hey, thank you so much for checking this video out. The reason I shoot this listing video is everybody always wants to ask, hey, what are you going to do to market our home? What are you going to do to sell it? And I really have an extensive answer to that. And what I found is in the living room, if I get to flipping through pages and doing presentations and things like that, it gets kind of boring. And the reason is because I really like to spend my time in the living room learning about you, learning about your goals. So I send this ahead of time so you know that I'm going to give you an unfair advantage in the real estate market as far as selling your house and marketing. And so you already know that piece of it. You know we're built with systems and processes that are successful, and they've been successful, and me being fortunate to sell over 1,000 homes in my real estate career. So I'd love for yours to be the next. So I just want to go through this listing process with you, let you know what we do to, number one, what our company is, who we are. Number two, not only what do we market, but who do we market to based on your house? Because it's important to know who to market to on your house because every house has a different pool of buyers. Number three, what systems we use to take care of that. And then number four, how we price your home. And then number five, last but not least, transparency. Everybody that I ever talked to, their two biggest complaints with agents are they didn't market my home very effectively or do a good job of it. And then number two, I had no idea what was going on. Well, we solve all those problems. So I'm going to run you through a really quick video that's going to be very detailed that answers all those things. So when we get together, I can sit and do a whole lot of listening and a whole lot of diving into what you want, what you need, so we can effectively meet your goals. So let's get into it. Number one, I'm Gene Darden. Obviously, I'm with Real Brokerage. We are a company that's the fastest growing company in the United States as far as real estate. And we sell a home every 9 minutes in our company, which is pretty cool. We've got around 13,000 agents right now, and we're still growing. We're a publicly traded company. You can find our stock on NASDAQ, which is also pretty cool. So you know that we've got some muscle behind our real estate company, and that helps. So again, I just told you, we do over 50,000 in annual transactions. We've got over 12,000 people in our network, which we share. If we've got people moving in from out of town, we tap into those agents to see if we've got somebody moving in town to buy your house. REAX, that's our stock signal. Hey, if you're looking to make an investment in a good company, while I may be partial, I think that's great. So if you trade stocks, go out and check out our stock. I really would appreciate that. And as I said before, as you can see, we are the number one fastest growing real estate company in the United States. We're in all 50 states, which is pretty cool. All right. So next, here's what's going on. So when we go, what our job is when we jump in, we want to know who the power players are in the transaction. And that's based on three agreements in real estate. You've got the listing agreement, which is what you'll sign for me to sell your home. You've got a buyer agreement, which is what the agent that's bringing a buyer has, is an agreement in place for them to procure a house for them. And then you got the purchase agreement, which is your real estate contract that's going to put all this together. And there's all your power players that are going to help make you successful. So I just want you to understand who represents who and who's bringing what to the table. All right, so here's what's next. Next is going to be the buyer universe. So we talk about marketing, and marketing is a great question. But a bigger question is, who are we going to market to? And who is our target audience? Obviously, every house, every area, every scenario is going to have a different buyer pool they pull from depending on their wants and their needs. You may be in a place with great schools like Homewood or Vestavia, for example, or Helena or Hoover. And so people are moving just for that. You may be in an area that's rocking with industry and they're moving there because they've been moved over here for a job, whether it be over on Macaulay and for Mercedes or Amazon or the new hospital. Different buyers for different situations. So you really want to be smart in how you market. So we've got passive buyers. Those are buyers that are in our database, and they've logged into our database at some point in the past, searching for homes, and we have their information. We keep up with them. We let them know what's going on. We've got over 50,000 people in our database over the years of selling real estate. I've been selling real estate since 2010. So we got a decent amount of local contacts to work with to find you a buyer. Then we've got our active buyers. Those are buyers that we know that I'm working with or somebody in our company's working with that are actively looking for a house. We already know about those buyers. And then the one that's important, the buyers we don't know. So we do very targeted marketing to find those buyers that are looking for your home that we haven't met yet. And we make sure your home is at peak level as far as marketing and attractability. So we can find those people that we don't know as buyers, but we can market to them and find them and bring them to your house. So we've got a plan for every segment of those buyers and systems to market to them. So let's move on through that. All right, so here's what we do when we list your house. Number one is going to be your pre-launch. And that's when we get your home ready for sale, all the staging, the professional photography, let everybody know about the amenities, the community benefits, your input as to why you love living in that home. We start getting all that stuff together. Then we go to step two, which is our targeted outreach. Once we've got that pre-launch scheduled, then we go into what's called the reverse prospecting methodology. I told you about those 50,000 people in our database where they're coded by the city they live in or the city they're looking in. So that's the first place we go. And then we talk to agents. And then we do marketing as far as outbound marketing, social media. All those things are targeted outreach now that we know our price point, our home, what our goals are, those type things. So listen, we've got a system in place for that straight out of the gate. Number three is we create a buzz, meaning we put a time when your house is going to go on the market. We let everybody else know about when it's going to go on the market so they can start pre-scheduling showings, let all their friends know, those type things. And then step four is the full court press. That's when we turn on all of our marketing campaigns, which you'll have full access to that, which I'll show you at the end of this video what our transparency looks like. So you see all of our marketing, everything that's going on. You can even see how many leads we get on the marketing. We want you to know we're out there working for you. So we're working online and offline to reach those targeted buyers. That's our full court press. Hey, who do we market to? Well, we do not leave any stones unturned. There's old school marketing, there's new school marketing, and we do it all. And what do I mean by old school, new school? We got digital marketing, which is email, reverse prospecting, lead generation websites, and so on. Traditional marketing, which is our broker network, our network of agents to see if they've got somebody looking. Strategic events, direct mail, open houses. That's our traditional marketing. And we've got our social media marketing, which is very targeted with paid ads and those type things. And we've got systems in place for all of these marketing. So you're not only getting me, but you're getting tried and true systems that have worked since 2008. And we can constantly update them and upgrade them as the industry changes so we can be successful for you. So it's not just throw it in the MLS and hope. We get after it with tried and true systems that you get. So not only do you get me, you get those systems along with me. All right. So what's next? So we have, once we get our system implementation, you say, what system do you have? I've got the listing launch system that I just went over with you. I've got the property showcase system, which is within our marketing, with our mailers, with our online ads. I've got our buyer inquiry system, which on your sign, they can text for information, more information about your home, the director's cut photos, so to speak. Anytime anybody texts for that information, I get that number and I can immediately follow up with those folks to see if they want to schedule a showing for your home. We got our broker network exposure system. We've got a database of all the agents from all the companies. So when we get your listing, we make sure they know it's coming to the market. So if they got that buyer in their pocket, they can bring them on to us. We've got a contract to close system. So we stay very organized and on point. We have an office manager that keeps everything in line once you go under contract as far as scheduling, everything else to make sure it's smooth sailing all the way to the closing table. We got a strategic price system, which I'm going to go over with you as to how we price those houses here in just a second. And obviously you had a huge say in that. So I want to ask you in a minute, which path do you want to choose as far as how you decide to market your house? All right, and then we've got a proprietary open house system, which is really gangbusters. We partner with all the agents in the neighborhood, all our database, all those things. And instead of just, hey, we're having an open house this Saturday, there's a full-blown marketing system that goes into getting that done. So as you can see, we got systems in place, so you're getting that as a bonus. And again, just part of what gives you an unfair advantage when listing your home with Gene Darden and the Real Brokerage. All right, so let's go into next. So we focus in the new frontier, meaning you've got to go above and beyond to be an agent in this market. It's tough, it's tight, and so you got to be on top of your game. So let me explain to you what that means. So you've got the single channel approach, which is what most agents do. About 85% of your agents are like, yeah, I'm going to put you in a local MLS and it's going to syndicate out to all these websites, and that's their marketing plan. Yeah. Number two, agent-focused approach. Well, they put it in MLS and then they brand their marketing, meaning they're branding themselves. Look at me. Look what I've listed. Look what I've done. And they're trying to get business off of your listing. And that's cool. And that's a step further. And that helps. So that's your mid-tier agent. And then you've got your not average agent, which is a proven systems approach. We put you in local MLS. We do all the agent brand and marketing. In addition to that, you get our listing system, our buyer inquiry system, our broker system, and our open house system. And I'd like to post a challenge to you. If you're interviewing other agents, here's a great way to know if your agent is good at digital marketing. Just Google their name. Google Gene Darden, Genedarden. When you Google it, it's going to fill up 2 or 3 pages of my stuff in Google. So because you can see that we're constantly putting out material, putting out content, so it ranks us very high in the search. If you Google an agent and you don't get far past their first name or their company in one little line in Google, that may give you a pretty good insight as to how much they market and how extensive they are. So I challenge you to do that. Put me up against anybody. I think that I like our chances, and I'd love to earn your business. So that's just one of those little ways we do that. All right, so here's the pricing point where you get to have a say in how we price your house. We got aspirational pricing. You're like, what in the world is aspirational pricing? Well, that means it's a traditional strategy. It's what every living room I sit into, everybody wants to go, let's list a little higher so we can leave room for negotiation. Well, that's one way to do it. Then you've got number 2, which is perceived market value pricing. That will show up with all the comparable houses. We'll price it in line with relevant comparable homes, especially with those that are currently under contract, because you can pretty much see the trends and where they're going. So you price it at perceived market value, which is going to lower your days on market if you price it there. Your highest days on market, as you can see, are aspirational pricing. Mid-tier is going to be your perceived market pricing, which will lower your days on market because you're getting in line with the market, you're studying trends. And then there's event pricing. That third one is pretty cool. We price a little bit below what all these relevant properties that are under contract are, and we stand out. We create an auction-like environment. We generate offers and momentum, and then here's the key. We can aim to win that negotiation with an advantage of negotiation as opposed to a pricing disadvantage, which is aspirational pricing. So for you, my question to you is, how would you like to price your home? And we'll discuss that when I'm in your living room as well. All right. So that's how you price it. Those are the 3 different ways. All right. Market dynamics. So when we look, we're going to look at how many people are active, how many people are pending, how many people are sold. That's going to tell you which way the market's going. An example would be if you have a really small amount of active and you have a large amount of pending, that means that the market's going really well and there's a lot of contracts being slung. If you have a ton of active, not a lot of pending offers, then that means your market's running a little bit slow. So we look at all those factors and all those dynamics when we are pricing your house, and we'll go over that as well a little bit more in depth when I meet with you, but it gives you a good idea of what we look at from a strategy perspective. So offer strategy, we deal with offers every day, and it depends on the situation. If we get multiple offers, we got a strategy for that. If we get one offer, we got a strategy for that. And we manage all those things very effectively for you. I'm a certified negotiations expert. It's called Certified Real Estate Negotiation Expert. We go to school to get extra just to make sure we negotiate well for you. And then once we do, we take you all the way to the closing process. Now, what we'll do is I want to move into the transparency piece I told you. So you want to know what the transparency piece is. So we use something called Brevity. And what Brevity is it's a system that allows you to go in and see everything that we're doing from a marketing perspective. So when you go in there, you can see all of our marketing, you can see all of our plans, you can see everything that we've done, and we're full-blown transparency from front to back. So what I've done for you is I've gone ahead and created you a portal, even though we haven't signed or agreed to list with each other yet, but I feel confident we will if that's the path that's going to be best for you. And I want to show you what it looks like. All right, so when we go in, our marketing plan, basically you go into Brevity and you go into your listing, you can see all your paperwork, all your ads, all the notes on your account, all your showings, all your feedback, everything that we're doing. You have your own portal, and you'll get a login to that portal, which you'll get if you're watching this video. You've already gotten that login, and you can go in and see everything that we're doing. So right now, if you'll look in that portal, I've put a CMA in there, which gives you a preliminary value, which will tell you what's happening with your home and what I think your value is. Obviously, when I see it, that could change, but it's in there. I've put all of our documents, our listing paperwork, contracts, all those things in there, so you can see an example of that, and we'll fill those things out and get you on the market and get you rolling when I come up to your house and earn your business if you'd like as well. But I want you to have that information up front. You'll have a copy of this video in there. So anything you need, you can go right to that hub, get your information, get the information on your home, know what your agent's doing for you. And then every Monday I do what's called a review preview. I review what happened the last week, any pertinent things we need to deal with, any changes we need to make, and I preview what our marketing plan is and what's going on the next week. That's every Monday. So obviously we talk to you plenty of times in between, but every Monday we do that as well. So we are all into transparency, all into you knowing what's going on, and you have 24/7 access to our marketing activities. This links you to our entire team, our marketing crew, our contract to close. We all are working on your listing. Now, I'm your main point of contact. I drive the whole thing, but I want you to know there's a team of people behind us really, really working hard to make sure that you get taken care of. Every time we update something on your listing, it'll update you every morning with an email of everything that's gone into that portal. So we believe in transparency. We believe in systems. We believe in strong marketing, and we believe in a business plan, and we believe in meeting your goals and getting your home sold with something that's tried and true and is true professional way to get your home sold versus just hoping for the best. I'm Gene Darden. I cannot wait to be sitting in front of you, get to know you, listen to your goals, understand what you're looking to do, and be the best agent experience you've ever dealt with. All right. Thanks for checking this out. Have a blessed one. See you.